This week, we're talking Spartan Big Bear, the fourth of 5 races in the US National Series, how the points might look the rest of the year, and a special guest calls in. But first, coffee.
ObstacleRacingMedia.com.
Before we go into the points and all the athletes, let's start with the course. I got some inside info from Steve Hammond, and here's what he told me. This race is 12.6 miles, 5,200 feet of gain. That's a mile longer than last year. 3,500 of that gain is going to come in somewhere between miles 2 and 7. He says the next 3 miles will be some beautiful views and yes, even more hills. Bottom of the hill, mile 12, a gauntlet consisting of helix, tire, spear, rope, multi-rig, barbed wire. Holy shit. He called it a truly epic test of commitment and suffering. Wow, wow, wow. Graphic, if I have one. Our friend Jack Bauer pointed out to me that later the race goes, the less there are lead changes because no one... Hey, let's call Jack and find out some more. That the position everyone was in about 2/3 into the race is how they finished. Can you explain why that is? Why if you don't get a lead out early here, you're probably not going to make up time later in the race?
Yeah, it was actually about a third of the way through. They had a timing mat at about 26 minutes in for the leaders, and then the second one was at about 55 minutes in. And the top 4 at that point were Atkins just leading Angel, and then Woods was behind them, and then Killian in 4th. And that's exactly how they finished the rest of the race.
How about on the women's side?
26 minutes into the race, the top 5 were exactly who you'd expect, with Rhea, Nicole, Faye, Lindsay, and Alyssa being the top 5 at that point. And that's exactly how they finished. Those are the top 5 at the end of it. And if you're not going out a little bit harder, it was very difficult, either gender, to make up space. Everyone's quads are going to be destroyed. It's going to become a power hiking fest, and who just doesn't suffer the most at the end.
Jack, tell people where they can go to make their picks.
We have an open trivia contest on yanceycamp.com. Just go to the tab that says trivia/contest and then just enter your top 5 in each of them. If you are the top pick, you will end up getting an awesome prize pack from Beat Elite and Good.
Let's start with the women. Let's do a little history. Let's look at this race last year. The Fab 5 finished in this order: Rhea, Faye, Lindsay, Alyssa, Nicole. Now, Nicole's been off to a phenomenal start, winning those first 2 races and finishing second to Lindsay last time in Seattle. If Lindsay wins this race and Nicole comes in second, they are tied for the lead in points. What's interesting to note with the new point system is 1 and 2 being rewarded so highly that not doing great in those first couple of races really hurts you. Alyssa and Rhea, who are currently 3rd and 4th, are 200 points behind those top 2. It would be next to impossible to make the number 1 spot. 3rd place is definitely in sight for one of them, but 2nd or 1st is going to be almost impossible, as Lindsay and Nicole would have to finish somewhere outside the top 5 in the next races. So let's talk about the men. How did last year go? Ryan Atkins won as predicted, but Angel Quintero came in 2nd. Angel is not doing the point series this year, but he will be there this year. They were followed by Woods, Killian, and Hosick. Our friend Jack Bauer thinks it's going to go Atkins, Kent, Tyler Veerman in 3rd, and then Woods and Killian. Tyler Veerman is currently sitting in 6th, just behind Luna Lima and Kirk DeWint. So finishing that high would be phenomenal for him. VJ Jones, currently sitting in 7th, is racing the sprint on Sunday and will not be a factor. Mark Batres is currently 8th in the point system and finished 9th in this race last year. Rich Ryan and Aaron Newell did not do this race last year, so it's going to be great to see how they do as well. Thank you so much for watching. We'd love to hear from you. Who do you think is going to take it? Do us a favor and check out Jack Bauer's poll as well. You can vote there, you can win stuff, and hey, maybe you'll pick up a Yancey Camp coach along the way. I want to thank the recent Patreon members. I'm putting their names here. You guys have been awesome. If you want to get on the Patreon train, you can get exclusive content and dope shirts that we just put out. I'll put a link in the comments. I will see you all in Big Bear.